Hello, welcome. Dr. Sushma Singh this side. Today in Unit 17, Canada, we are continue our lecture on topic economic and social indicators, and we shall discuss today living standards in Canada. Canadians enjoy a high standard of living. The usual estimates place Canadian GP per capita 5% to 15% below the US level and roughly equal to that in the North European democracies. In the fourth quarter of the year 2003, economic growth advanced 0.9% with exports being the main contributor to growth. Canadians continue to spend more on travel services, and demand for industrial goods and materials strengthened 3.9% as manufacturers' activities increased. Consumer spendings was the greatest contributor to growth in 2003. Growth in personal spending matched the average growth of the last decade and was similar to the growth of 2002. Furniture and floor covering sales remained strong, influenced by the housing boom, but slowed from the previous years. Labor income grew 3.4% and lowest growth since 1996. Although employment growth was weak at the beginning of 2003, a surge at the end of the year boosted labor income in the fourth quarter. Employment growth in the service producing industries exceeded growth in the goods producing industries. Disposable income grew by 2.8%, about half of the increase in personal expenditures. As a result, saving by the personal sector plummeted and the saving rate fell to 2.0%, the lowest in the decade. Net household borrowing increased 43 billion in 2003 following an increase of $16 billion in 2002. We should not, however, conclude from the above analysis that Canada represents a homogeneous society based on equality. The reality points towards a number of regional problems related to unequal economy. The 5 traditional regions of Canada have significantly different industrial sectors. The manufacturing sector is the most important field of the activity in Ontario and Quebec. Agriculture, petroleum and mining in the Prairies, fishing and agriculture in the Maritimes, and forestry and fishing in British Columbia. These regional disparities or regional differences in per capita income have remained more or less constant. Inequalities among the incomes of individuals Canadians are in fact much greater. Although some people enjoyed increasing in wealth over the 1984 to 1999 period, others did not, with the result that during this period wealth distribution became more unequal. A study Are Families Getting Richer? Canadian Social Trends 2002 conducted to analyze wealth inequalities concluded that in fact the trend was more towards unequal wealth distribution. Some groups such as the young couples with children and recent immigrants have suffered substantial declines. The growing proportion of young couples with children who have zero or negative wealth suggests that a negligible fraction of the today's young families may be vulnerable to negative shocks, having no accumulated savings that can provide liquidity in periods of economic stress. There is a need to modify policies aimed at redistribution, keeping in mind the social framework of society. That is, there should be more equality in distribution of wealth. But the same trend is evident in other developed countries. Moreover, Canada is not only a world leader in telecom innovation, connectivity, software development, and the internet economy. It is also popular for its wood products for construction, renovation, and interior decoration. Now, let us start the next topic, relations with India. India is an important trading partner of Canada. Bilateral trade between the India and Canada almost tripled in the last decade to reach $2.2 billion in 2003. India has been and remained one of the Canada's priority market and an emerging source of foreign direct investment into Canada. Exports to India grew from $674 million in 2002 to $733 million in 2003, an increase of 8.7%. Significant increases were recorded for paper, aircraft, fertilizers, iron and steel and textile, sports beer. Canada's main export to India include telecom equipment, peas, pulses, potash and wood pulp. Indian exports to Canada increases from $1.3 billion in 2002 to $1.4 billion in 2003. Exports to Canada are predominantly apparel, yarn and fabric, precious stones, spices, leather items and frozen seafood. Now the conclusion of the unit. Canada, one of the most industrialized countries in the world, ranks fourth in terms of human development. It is one of the strongest and healthiest among the seven leading industrial countries of the G7, which consists of US, the United Kingdom, France, Germany, Italy, Canada, and Japan. Between 1997 and 2004, Canada experienced the strongest growth in employment among the G7 countries. The driving forces behind the recent economic development in Canada are global in scope, such as rising energy prices, and have contributed to the appreciation of the Canadian dollar. The earlier sections of this unit explore the economic scenario in the country. Along with the economic development, the people and the government of Canada give equal importance to the social and environmental development of the country. In an attempt to develop into a knowledge-based economy, Canada emphasizes the need of to provide individuals with knowledge, skills, and competencies to participate effectively in society and the economy. The later half of the unit looks into the social sectors of development in Canada. Here we want to close this lecture. Thanks for listening.